How's it going, everybody? I'm the BTC Reaper, and I'm on the chance to teach you how to reap the rewards of trading while the price is going up or down. Former Mt. Gox CEO breaks silence on one FEX address, however you want to say it. Mark Karpels, the former CEO of the fallen crypto exchange, Mt. Gox, has officially revealed that the funds are considered stolen property. According to a tweet, he says that the 79,956.55 Bitcoin were sent to this wallet without proper authorization from the exchange on March 1st, 2011. He also added that these assets belong to their creditors, so their creditors can be paid. Elvis Presley dances into the metaverse via the Sandbox. The Sandbox has confirmed a release date for a series of officially licensed Elvis Presley NFT avatars designed to celebrate the late musician's long-standing legacy. Each of the 3,000 avatars will feature familiar outfits and hairstyles from across his historic career, along with a series of unique emotes inspired by Presley's signature dance moves. The NFT-based avatars will be fully playable in all future Sandbox multiplayer experiences and will also unlock upcoming features and content in the metaverse space. The public sale is set to begin August 9th following an exclusive 24-hour purchase window for owners of the Sandbox land and certain avatar collections, as well as those who registered for the allow list. Elvis avatars will also be revealed on August 11th. The avatars will be split across 4 rarity levels. Each one will cost 100 sand, worth about $41 at the time of the writing. FININCIAL hacker revealed. Razzleconn's husband admits he stole billions in Bitcoin. Ilya Like-It's-Sign, who last month agreed to forfeit billions in a plea deal for his role in laundering funds from a 2016 hack from the exchange Bitfinex, admitted he was the hacker. Although it has been long suspected that it was either him or his wife, they stole 120,000 Bitcoin. It's only now just been confirmed. The couple appeared in a sentencing today in Washington, D.C., and during the court hearing, the hacker also admitted that he and his wife converted some of the stolen crypto assets into gold coins and buried them. So they're going to have to try and find them, I guess. SEC says crypto mining firm fraudulently raised $500 million in cash, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. The US SEC has frozen the assets of Digital Licensing Inc., a crypto mining firm allegedly involved in fraud. In an emergency move announced Thursday, the SEC also obtained a restraining order against the Utah-based company, which does business as Debtbox. The regulator said it took action against the Digital Licensing's 4 principals and 13 other defendants, alleging that their fraudulent scheme had raised $50 million and unspecified amounts of Bitcoin and Ethereum. We allege that Debtbox and its principals lied to investors about virtually every material aspect of their unregistered offerings of securities, including by falsely stating that they were engaged in crypto asset mining. Tracy Combs, director of the SEC Salt Lake Regional Office, said, so they aren't actually doing any crypto mining is what that means. The complaint alleged that the defendants misappropriated the funds raised by buying luxury vehicles on homes, taking lavish vacations, and showering themselves and their friends with cash. So, onto the charts. Our total market cap took a gap down, so that is 50-50 for us. That's bad because we dropped. That's good because we have a gap we can fill. And if we don't fill it now, we can fill it later, so that gives us upside for later. RSI is coming down, stochastic is falling, getting close to a bullish cross. VWAP is falling, our money flow is slightly in the bearish territory, not really confirmed very strongly, so we could still make a bounce. Our momentum is coming down as our VWAP's coming down, so if our VWAP doesn't turn around, our momentum could see some further downside. If we don't see a reversal here, our money flow may start to break, but that money flow is holding pretty tight. Just out of curiosity, the 4-hour it's zigzagging around. 2-hour it's falling hard, so if that continues, we could see it finally break down. 1 hour is trying to come back up, so keep an eye on the 1 hour if you want, see if it makes a bounce. But over on our Bitcoin dominance, we're getting a gap up, trying to invalidate our flag, second gap up here, so we have 2 gaps that we could come back down to fill, so this could be a scam breakout, just be cautious. Stochastic's starting to roll, our money flow is starting to roll off and point down. VWAP is coming up, so that's bringing our momentum up, and our RSI are pointing up. But with the way the money flow and the stochastic are rolling, that's signaling we may be getting a little overexhausted. Here we'll take a zoom to our volume profile. You can see we're well above it. Haven't made a new one for this range. You could make a new one for the local range if you want. Or in the 4 hour, you can see we're struggling here. Might be some sort of double top going on that we could fall from. Bearish divergence on momentum. So we do have some potential to fall here, so just keep an eye on it. But over on our Bitcoin futures, we are kind of just trading sideways underneath our flag. Don't really want to go back into it. RSI is going pretty flat, slightly losing some seams, stochastic's starting to curl, money flow is rejecting away from that neutral. Our VWAP's about to break through that neutral as well, so our VWAP could go bearish. And our momentum would get a red dot and head down if that does happen. Over on Bitcoin itself, real quick, if you haven't liked the video already, subscribe to the channel, visit our Reaper Apparel Co-merch link down below for 10% off, and join us in our Discord. Our RSI is starting to come down, stochastic is starting to roll off. Our money flow is struggling above this neutral, so our money flow is struggling to maintain bullish momentum. If we get pushed down from here, we could lose our strength. Our VWAP's coming down, breaking bearish, giving our momentum a red dot, so that could be the beginning of a move downward. If that does happen, we could get that breakdown right around where I put the line last. Over on the 4 hour, we are getting a manipulation X that wanted to bring us down into our point of control, but we bounced off of it, so that is looking alright, but we're starting to lose strength again. Our stochastic's starting to roll over, RSI is starting to roll over, our VWAP is starting to roll over, money flow is about to break into that bearish territory. Money flow did break bullish slightly. We have had several breaks here, but we end up going right back to the bearish territory soon after. If we're not able to maintain some bullish momentum on the money flow, then we could ultimately get sucked back into the point of control. Again, this is a big manipulation zone we're in because of this golden pocket. Over on the 2 hour, we are starting to kind of round off here. Stochastic's starting to get a bearish cross. Our RSI is starting to curl over. VWAP is starting to break down. Our momentum is about to push down because of it. And our money flow is overall rejecting away from that neutral. So the 2 hour, our money flow is maintaining bearish momentum and is probably about to get another swing down the way it's looking currently. Over on the 1 hour, we do have a little bit of hope for a bounce as we're trying to come up here, kind of ranging in the zone. We are overall pushing away from the neutral though, so if we don't curl back up and push higher, we could ultimately reject here. Momentum is coming down with a red dot, stochastic's coming down, RSI is pushing away, and our VWAP is pushing in the bearish territory. So overall, we're more bearish than bullish. We had a reversal arrow that wanted to invalidate the down move. We had a green dot that wanted to give us bullish momentum, and that setup did not play like this time. Ultimately, we are falling, so we could see a bit of a sell-off here. Over on the graph, on the daily, we are pushing the bottom of our pattern. So like I warned against, if the total lost, we could invalidate this pattern, and we're getting very close. Stochastic's starting to head down very harsh. So our RSI is heading down very harsh. Stochastic's kind of flat, making a little bit of a bearish cross. VWAP is trying to head down. Money flow is slightly rejecting away, but kind of tapering off, going flat here. So if we do manage to get some sort of a green candle, we could get a push up and away. Our momentum does have a red dot, so that is bringing us down as well. Our VWAP has broken into the bearish territory, giving us bearish momentum here. Over on the 4 hour, we can see if we have that bearish momentum still. Stochastic's just losing it. RSI is falling. Money flow is rejecting away. Can't gain any bullish momentum here. Our VWAP is rejecting away from our bullish cross. A slight baby bullish cross, pushing down from it, giving us that bearish momentum and that red dot on our momentum. Over on the 2 hour, our stochastic is heading down. RSI is overall pushing down. Money flow's about to make a new low, so we could get a downtrend and a rejection at the same time. VWAP is starting to do the same. Momentum's coming out with a red dot. So the 2 hours looking pretty bad here, and we could break this pattern if we're not careful. Over on the 1 hour, money flow's just making new lows. RSI's heading down, stochastic's dumping, VWAP's dumping, our momentum's coming out. So overall, we do look a bit overbought and like we could continue to drop down. this is technically a peak out of the pattern on the 1 hour. So if this does continue downwards momentum, we could see it break down. However, if we come back up, do a retest, and come back in, then we could still have that bullish breakout possibility. Over on Anchor, pretty close again, our breakdown, so kind of counter to graph. We are trying to get a green candle, pushing against the support, so we don't want to break down even though we're right there. RSI is overall falling, stochastic's falling, money flow is overall trending out, getting close to that neutral. Our VWAP is trying to push up. Our momentum's coming into the bearish territory as our VWAP's bearish. So overall, we have more bearish pressure than bullish pressure, but there is a little hope for a curl here. Over on the 4 hour, we're just riding that support zone, making it weaker, so if we don't get some green candles and push off, we could ultimately break it. Stochastic's pretty tight, RSI is starting to fall. Our VWAP is getting close to that neutral, so if our VWAP breaks bearish, our money flow could continue this rejection, and our momentum would get a red dot, and we could get a further push down. So overall, we are pretty close to a potential breakdown of this pattern, where it would be expected. Over on the 2 hour, if we look at price, kind of flat here. Didn't mean to zoom like that. Stochastic is trying to head up, but overall getting lower highs. RSI is pretty flat. VWAP has broken into the bearish territory, tried to come back up and head bullish, but it got rejected and it's making new lows. Our money flow is rejecting away. Overall, we have a lot of bearish pressure here, and our momentum is coming away as our VWAP broke bearish and gave us that red dot. Over on the 1 hour, we have a double manipulation X that wants to bring us down. Stochastic's starting to head down, RSI is starting to curl off. Money flow is breaking into the bearish territory, so we have bearish momentum on the 1 hour slightly, 2 hour pretty bad, 4 hour not so bad, but if this 1 hour continues, then the 2 and 4 hour will pick up some steam. Momentum is coming down and our VWAP's trying to head up, so if that VWAP can break into the bullish territory, that could help save us and push us away from the bottom and maybe invalidate this pattern. But we'd have to see our other coins fill up then. Over on XRP, we are getting a little bit of a sell-off still, kind of filling these wicks. So this is where we would hope for a local support if we're going to make any kind of local trend. Otherwise, this could be about a breakdown point of that triangle. RSI is heading down, money flow is breaking into the bearish territory, VWAP's rejecting away, momentum's coming out, and our stochastic speed down, so overall we do have a lot of bearish looking indicators currently and more bearish pressure. Over on the 4 hour, RSI is heading down, stochastic's starting to round off. Our VWAP is in the bullish territory but not looking too strong, so it could roll over if we're not careful. Money flow is starting to pick up bearish strength, and our stochastic's starting to roll. Momentum wants to come up, but if that VWAP flops, then the momentum's not going to get any kind of a good push here. Over on the 2 hour, you can see we're trading very sideways, not getting very strong candles. Stochastic's starting to fall, RSI is overall falling, money flow is in the bearish territory, kind of ranging around this 8. If we can manage to break through this area to the upside, we could get bullish momentum. However, if we reject away from here, we could see further downside. RSI is starting to head down. VWAP's breaking in the bearish territory, and our momentum's about to get a red dot and push lower. Over on the 1 hour, we have a manipulation X bringing us down. RSI has a bearish divergence that's bringing us down. Our stochastic, RSI is starting to roll over. Our money flow is in the bearish territory, so on the 1 hour, 2 hour, and the 4 hour, we still have that bearish money flow, and it's starting to leach into the daily. Momentum is coming down, so overall we look like we could get pushed down if we don't get some green candles soon. I would say the next couple of candles, if they're not green, we could possibly see further downside. Now on to algo. Again, if you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to our channel, and visit our links down below for that 10% off and get involved with our community. Help us start growing our community. Our RSI is heading down, stochastic's starting to push away, VWAP is starting to reject away from that neutral, money flow is starting to push down, and our momentum's starting to push down on algo here. So we are still within our volume profile, which looks like it kind of changed now that we've been ranging here, as I believe we were below the value area low yesterday. But this means we could get a little bit of a support push up here and still see that bullish push up for our pattern. Over on the 4-hour, RSI is starting to head down, stochastic's starting to roll over. VWAP is starting to break down, money flows in the bearish territory, breaking into it. Our momentum did have a bullish divergence that wants to bring us up, but with the VWAP falling, that could get invalidated. Over on the 2-hour, you can see that bullish divergence is struggling, didn't really bring us anywhere, ultimately we fell from it. Our momentum has a red dot that's bringing us down as our VWAP broke into the bearish territory, and it's breaking pretty quickly. Money flow is rejecting away from that neutral, stochastic's pushing down from a bearish cross, is in the overbought area and pushing down, weakening our RSI, which is also pushing down. So if we don't get some strength in the next few candles, we could see a kind of push down from here. We have a reversal arrow from this down and sideways that wanted to push us up, but we didn't really get very far, and now we're ultimately being pushed down with some manipulation here. Our stochastic is pushing out, RSI wants to come up, but overall is losing strength. Money flow is rejecting away from neutral, our VWAP is trying to push up, but is in the bearish territory, so if we set new lows, we could continue a bearish trend here. Momentum is coming down, so I definitely watch the next few candles. We do have some wicks here that we could end up filling. I don't see any like high gaps we could jump to right now, but we do have this bullish possibility. So if we do flip the money flow into bullish territory and hold strong, we could get that break up finally. Thank you for watching tonight's video. I hope you have a wonderful night.